if you think about it, all the goals are actually linked. For example, if you solve one goal, the other will be next to be solved or solve itself. And analyze the goals and found out that quality education is actually the foundation of solving all the goals that that are at hand.
Another thing was, before I attended the Wisdom Resident classes, my subject is school life sciences and geography. I didn't associate with them that much. I just thought that it was cram the information, pass the test, and forget about it. So after attending the Wisdom Resident classes, I started to enjoy life sciences. Started to enjoy geography. I started to associate geography, life sciences with my life.
People in our communities should come forward and be more involved in promoting peace and justice. Peace, which we believe is crime-free, is communities without crime. So I believe that peaceful communities should not have crime.
Because as the saying goes, actions will speak louder than the words. Well, to be honest, my world has kind of changed and my dreams. When I was exposed to this different society I've never seen or even heard about. So what I'm trying to say is that Rooster Resilience has given me that vision on what the positive and good side this world has to offer. And so I have a much better perspective what I as an individual can do to make a better impact on the community and others.
I come from a very harsh environment where I see teenagers falling pregnant, many dropouts from schools, many of them taking drugs, joining gangsterism and stuff. So my big idea is to change all of them and educate most of them to change their lives.
So recently I did an ecological footprint study. It was a website on the internet, and I learned that everything that I do in the world, so everything I use, if everyone were to be like me, it would take 3 planets just to be sustainable. And now I think that's just me. What about other people?
With Go for Gold and Roots Resilience, I have discovered a passion and a love for the environment and the care for the environment. What I have decided to become is an environmental engineer to build infrastructure that is very environmentally friendly, which can help our communities and can help South Africa.
Whereas everybody deserves a classroom that is comfortable and spacious, so that the teacher can like give attention to a child who needs more attention, and so that we can feel free to ask questions and concentrate clearly.
Do we work with money respectfully? Are we independent? Do we make choices that influence our lives and other people's lives in the most positive way ever? Do we think critically and logically?
Now, you might ask, well, why do we have to change paradigms anyway? Well, the reason is because the complexity of our problems is now growing beyond our capacity to respond. And when the task demands of civilization exceeds the capacities of that civilization to respond, then you've got an existential problem.
What we would like to see is a subject, or actually like a course that people could go for, where they could actually earn credits for doing this course, and thus they will have something to work on. Therefore, it will actually decrease unemployment levels. And we could also team up with companies such as Team Cheese, where whatever donations they receive, they plant a tree with that. And the companies would also earn stature in that way, because they are working with an organization that is very that's very prominent in increasing environmental health, we could say.
In 2 years' time, we would already be connected with schools. Like, for example, we connected with our passport we were in, matriculated by political. We approached them in that time period of like 2 years to get them working with us as them having their own club, having an extramural activity to support the nine-life below. They would be going out to Zikuflei or whatever nearby it is to help us sustain the river and lake.
So we want to end hunger in our community so that we can have mental health, basically. So the problem is poverty, and that means starving, which leads to poor health, which leads to death. So we're trying to stop and break the cycle so that we can have more people living. But at the same time, we also want you to eat and have a good health and a good lifestyle.
Our problem is gender-based violence. And here you get a drawing with a heart and a first.
And our problem is that we have polluted waters and people that dumps in the water next to it, which reduces the life below water.
I think it was about passion, honestly.
So it's a useful thing to feel that moment where your energy deflates and you think it's too big. Try to recognize when that happens, because it will, over and over again. Okay, so the question is, what next?
The immersion was the best. It was so free and so informative.
Every time there's something different that comes up and you learn more from it. And it also made us more wise and more vigilant about the world around us.
Sorry, yeah, I'm gone. But yeah, from that to now, I feel like me personally, I have grown and everybody has grown in this room without noticing that they have grown from this was to resilience. Honest, I wasn't interested in climate change and anything like that, geography, nothing. But as they presented their projects, sometimes you would learn a thing or two. And then when I realized the SDGs actually are becoming a thing in the world,